Hello, my name is Jade or JD, and welcome to my channel. To this video, I'm going to talk about my experience communicating with demons. I like to include the spirituality aspect of it since it feels so spiritual to me, so I call it psychosis and spiritual both at one time. And that helps me process the information since it feels so real to me and it's something that I go through on a daily basis. So I believe it is both connected to psychosis, schizoaffective disorder, and spirituality, and I believe that that's possible and that can be talked about more widely spread within the psychiatry community. Okay. So basically, I've been straight up attacked by demons. This is what it felt like. This is what I thought in my head. I was an experience of like my blood boiling. It was like something inside me, my blood and my body and my brain and my mind. My third eye specifically, I saw like multiple flashes, like a movie screen that, like a TV that glitched and went through like 1,000 channels in 2 seconds. That's what I would see in my third eye. It was crazy. It was wild. And the feeling of the blood boiling is not just anxiety. It felt like an otherworldly takeover, like something was there that I could not explain. And it was really scary. And I actually have PTSD. I have PTSD symptoms, avoidance, and flashbacks, and anxiety, and it's been hard to sleep at night at certain times, and just really scared throughout the day because of my psychosis, because of this happening of the demons taking over me. But now that I'm on medication, it's gotten a little bit better and the symptoms have changed a little bit. Also, I want to add in the fact that I'm getting, with time, it was also the time that made it a little bit better, because it was going to happen inevitably, and it did still happen while I was on medication. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was... So I would get certain impressions throughout the day, certain messages per se, from these demons, from these spirits, and they would show up in different ways. I would see like flashes of light and shapes in the sky. They would use literal objects in my surrounding, like trees, whatever that was surrounding me, doesn't matter, like a shed, a house. I'm looking at my shed right now. A tree, I said that, fabric, anything to try and like get off their energy and like send messages. And it's really hard. It's hard to explain, but if you can imagine it, that's what it's like. And I would constantly be seeing these messages come off and these energies come off from these objects and from the sky out of nowhere as well. And then I would just have this knowing that it was like the demons were trying to communicate with me somehow, or feed off some kind of energy. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes at times it's felt like they've been attacking me. And recently I've had some positive experiences too, communicating with the demons. And I want to make a point specifically that these demons, we're not always seen as negative, and they can be called other things with other states of consciousness. These are the messages that I'm getting. And they're connected to both good and bad, and there's a unity between good and bad, or positive and negative, that they are achieving, that they kind of embody and they gravitate towards. And sometimes, I guess in my situation, some people are closer to that energy of that unity. Not in a negative way, but in a bringing together a kind of, it feels more positive to me. But one way they would communicate with me is I would go out for walks. So one of my things is I go out for walks every single day, multiple times a day, partially because I'm restless and I have nothing else to do when I have nothing else to do. And I've always loved music, and one thing is I have a very, very, very vivid, wild imagination. And so I would go for walks and blast music and get that inspiration from the music, and then imagine a whole bunch of scenarios. I would imagine movies, full movies. I would go for 2-hour walks and imagine the entire time. I would imagine movies, scenarios, music videos. So I'd imagine dancing. And they would actually use my music and my imaginations, my scenarios, my thoughts, my consciousness, to communicate with me. And the words in the music specifically. A lot of the time, these demons would use the words to communicate with me. And I want to mention that I've received messages of both, or I don't know if they're messages, but it's definitely not from me. This is what it feels like, of both scary things, negative things, and positive things. So things that felt like they were supporting me, like it's like, oh, and at those times it feels so nice because it's like, oh, my ancestors are supporting me. But then I remind myself, then something comes in and they remind me that I'm like, that there's this unity between spirit, that they are, and it's for a bigger purpose. It's something beyond what I can see. So there's a lot that I don't know. I hope you're following, because this is what I go through every single day. They talk to me every single day. I talk to them every single day. They have told me that they supported me. They have told me that they love me, that they care about me. But at the same time, these demons, I've had demons that felt like different demons. These were male demons, or they had more of a masculine energy to them. They have used my energy against me, where I would move and I would see things in my third eye while I moved. So I would move and I would see like a naked alien in my third eye, and it was terrifying. And I would also hear things. I would hear them call me names or say negative words in general. And one time, this is actually really hard to talk about, but the demons, it doesn't sound like it's possible, and it sounds really wild and out there, but it did happen, and I felt it in my body, and I felt it in my mind, and I saw the thing. I saw things in my third eye, and it happened. to me, in my experience, this was my experience, what I went through. They sexually assaulted me. I was really vulnerable. I was sleeping in a tent at the time. I didn't have a place to stay at the time. I was just like hitchhiking across BC, and I just bought a tent at this place for a while before I found my place, and I was sleeping in the woods in a tent, and my psychosis was really, really, really bad. And one night in particular, it got really bad. They like used my sexual energy against me in ways that were sexual and really dark and negative. And the thing is, I've actually been through sexual abuse in real life, and I don't know if this was some sort of like kind of remix on what a flashback is or whatnot, but it happened and it felt terrible, and I just get the ick thinking about it, and they were really, really mean. So I know for sure that these spirits got really bad. The attacks were really bad, but I also feel like there are positive ones out there looking over me that were trying to help me. And the more I get better, it feels like the more the negative spirits are repelled by me. Like the more joy I feel and the more love I feel and the more compassion that I receive, it's all like I receive from other people giving me love and compassion, and I give it back to them. It feels like something that would fight off these demons, and it makes me feel safer, and then it kind of brings in the angelic or the positive spirits more. But there's always spirits surrounding me everywhere I go, and it's been years, and this is relatively new to me. And keep in mind, I didn't used to believe in spirit. I didn't used to believe in any of this stuff. I was actually a full-blown atheist before, and then one day when I was 17, the demons just came at me. I just believed in demons because they were attacking me, but then I was told that it was psychosis. So anyway, I think there's definitely a unity there. I think it is definitely hard to go through either way, but I'm grateful for the positive experiences in my life. I'm grateful for the ancestors that I feel like are looking down upon me, even if it's like a chemical imbalance, you know. I'm grateful for the experiences that I've been through, even if it is just a chemical imbalance in my brain. And yeah, I'm grateful to be in such close contact with spirit, especially with music specifically. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching my video, and if you resonate with it, please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, or don't. Whatever you want to do is fine. Okay, have a good day. Bye.